kidding me?
Hey guys, Gregory here with Jackson Kayak. I'm going to share with you today the features of the new Jackson Kayak Coosa. It's an awesome boat for fishing. We're really pumped about it. We're going to head down the river and walk you through the boat at the same time. So let's go do it. Alright, one of the first things you'll notice about the Coosa is that everyone is going to be standing in it. Yes, pretty much everyone. We've designed it that way. It's super stable with its 31.5-inch hull and 23.5-inch wide standing platform. You've got plenty of space in here to spread your feet out wide, get a good stable base, a flat area, and then you're going to be able to stand, which is a huge advantage in fishing, as you know. Alright, so if you don't feel comfortable standing yet, you're still going to get a big advantage in the elite high-low seat. You'll be sitting up higher and you can still see in the water a lot better and experience your time on the water to the maximum. Okay, one of the great features about the high-low seat is that not only can you sit high, but obviously you can sit low. Simply loosen up the strap a little bit, give you a little wiggle room here, drop it down to the low position. Now you're going to feel a little bit more stable when you're running those rapids, or if you're in some big surf and you just don't feel like being quite that high. Another thing that's cool about the high-low seat, it can come completely off, and now it turns into your camp chair high-low seat. Or maybe I want to make a shore lunch here and eat some fish, a little fire. It's kind of a wet day, but you never know. I'm going to loosen it up a little bit and relax. Take it easy. Oh yeah, it's a great day on the river. Alright, so the Coosa is all about options. There's so many different places you can put your paddle, you can put your rods. We've got rod stagers, rod holders, paddle stagers, paddle holders. When I'm standing, I like to use a feature called the paddle stager. It's right here, it's for quick access. It's just a simple groove, your paddle's not going to blow away, you can fish, and catch that big one. Alright, so maybe you want your paddle somewhere that's a little bit more permanent. What you can do, simple paddle holder here, no problem. And now it's not going anywhere. And these grooves on the front hatch that are called rod stagers. Again, they're all for quick access stagers. You lay it in there, and when you're paddling down the rapids, if you have several rods, or if you've got big waves in the surf, they're not going to tangle onto each other. They're going to stay straight in those stagers, but yet when you need to fish with them, simply pick it up, you're good to go. Another thing you can do, right below the elite seat here, the high-low seat, you've got a bungee. Throw your rod here, put it in the stager, and now you've got the ability to go into small, tight quarters and your rods aren't sticking up anywhere and get tangled up. We also have rod stagers on the side of the boat. Right here, the rod butt corresponds with this groove. There's a groove down there, it's a rod stager. It holds it on the side. Now, some people may be a little sketched out because you could knock it over. What you want to do, if you are that type of person, a little bit more security, put the bungee on, and now that rod's not going anywhere, even if you were to bump it with your leg. Another area on the boat we have where you can hold your rods is with the flush mount rod holders. Quick access, pull in, pull out, no problem. Let's go fishing. Okay, another thing we've got is the day hatch. It's quick access to all those important items, like your phone. I've got some sunglasses in here, Star Crunch. Doing pretty good. Quick energy when on the water. Hang on. No, dude, leave me alone. I'm on the river. Man. You know what? Maybe you don't want quick access to your cell phone. Either way, it's up to you. You got the choice. So not everyone's the same size, and that's why we have the adjustable foot pegs. It's real simple. If you're shorter, drop it there. Taller, obviously, you can move it back to fit your needs. All right. I'm gonna slow down. This is a good spot. So what I've done is I've deployed my drag chain. That's gonna actually contact the bottom of the river, lake, pond, wherever you are. It's gonna slow you down. It can act like an anchor if you let more line out, or it can just simply slow you down so you can fish that area you want to hit a little bit longer. So let's give it a shot. All right, so the drag chain is down. I'm completely stopped right now, which allows me to fish the area I want to fish. Let me talk about a couple safety things in the drag chain. If you do use this, it's simply a dog leash. I buy the Flexi brand dog leash. The small size is 16 foot, and you put it right here in this groove, obviously, that's made for it to fit. You run your line through this deck eye, right here, through the other deck eye. Then you always want to deploy it in a safe area, never in swift water, never in rapids, and never, especially in a river, never drop an anchor down if it's anything but just calm, period. So be very safe about it, be smart about it. If you're on a lake, ocean, whatever, you need to throw an anchor back there, you can do that too. It's really, again, all about options in the Coosa, and it's up to you. All right, now the key to the Coosa drag chain system is the fact that when it's completely recessed on the boat, you can now utilize the full speed of the Coosa. Or if you have like a slow section of a river you need to paddle through, or you got to get to the other side of the lake, you want to have it obviously recessed all the way into the chute so you can really get going. So another great feature we have on the Coosa is the large bow hatch and stern hatch that are lockable. Simply take a small lock, whatever you want, a master lock or a little suitcase lock, whatever, and put in your code, open it up. Now you can get into your gear. Now why is that important, Drew? Well, maybe after a day on the water you want to go hit up an awesome restaurant, or maybe before the water you got to stop at the local tackle shop or Walmart parking lot, and you just don't feel safe to having all your rods laid out on the deck of your boat. You can store them all inside the large front hatch. Keep all your gear in here for camping. It's really big, but you all feel warm and cozy inside. And you lock it up with the lock. And you might say, Drew, anybody can break into a kayak. Why do I really need a lock? That's crazy. Well, obviously this isn't taking the place of your safety deposit box, you know, where you're putting grandma's pearls and diamonds. No, this is just for a temporary fix when you're in the parking lot somewhere. You know, obviously people aren't hiding in the bushes with blowtorches and hacksaws waiting to get into kayaks. So it's very unlikely that anyone's going to break into your Coosa thanks to this lock on it. Alright, so now that I've got the high-low seat off, I'm going to show you where you can store your tackle underneath it. We've got these squares here built that are the exact size of your typical plastic tackle box. So when you're paddling around, they're going to stay right in these grooves. They're not going to go anywhere. Obviously, you can stack several on top of each other when the seat's in the high position. Alright, so as you know, if you're a fisherman, occasionally the fish don't cooperate. You need to change tactics. In the Coosa, we've made it a lot easier. We talked about the tackle storage underneath the seat. You can access it from the side very simply, as opposed to in the past we've had to reach around in the tank well and awkwardly try to fumble around and get something. No longer do you have to worry about that. You'll also notice on your Coosa you've got some funky ovals built in, little recesses. That's actually for an accessory called a talon receiver. We're going to talk about that in the next video that I make on how to customize your Coosa, because there's a lot more you can do to this boat than what we're going to show you today. So be on the lookout for that video. Large tank well with bungee. This is large enough to fit a common milk crate. A lot of guys like to use that. We've got J-hooks that connect it. So for instance, if you need a little bit more, elasticity in your bungee, you can loosen one and that'll help fit that cooler that's a little bit bigger maybe. And that's the rear tank well. So similar to the bow hatch, we have a stern hatch. It's lockable. You've got your locking bar here. Real easy. You got J-hooks. Pop it open. What this is going to do is going to allow you to camp out of the boat for longer periods. It's going to give you another place to put rods down in here. And also, if you have accessories you want to put on the stern of the boat, you now have access to attach those accessories internally. So, a big help to have this hatch here. It's going to make your experience on the water pretty sweet. So on the keel of the boat, you've got a removable skid plate. It's a very common wear point on all kayaks, especially if you're in rocky areas like rivers or if you tend to drag your kayak on the keel. So instead of buying a new kayak with the Coosa, pop this off, pop these screws off when it gets worn down, and replace it. Simple as that. Okay, so as you can see, here's your 31.5-inch hole. Super wide, super flat, stable. There's a small recess here. Your scuppers are tucked way in. run. As you can see, the Coosa's got great speed and also great maneuverability. That's gonna help you out when you're in those tight areas where kayaks really excel. I mean, that's the reason why we have these things, right? You get into areas that we don't normally access.
Mighty fine.